today on Divorce Court.
Joe is always fighting for his female friends to have them in his life when he should be fighting for us to be building a life.
Sometimes I do believe that I may be a bit of an attention whore, / male slut, if you will.
When Joe started reaching out to his exes, it broke my heart.
I marked myself single on Facebook because I did miss relationships that had no strings attached.
I would just love to have someone in my life that loves and cares about me the way that I love and care about Joe.
I do not need any other woman in my life.
Joe, I want you to let me know that I'm the only one that you want and that these other women mean nothing, and start working with me for us to have a future.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Jennifer Hopkins and Joe Holman. The two of you have been together for 9 months. Both of you have been married twice before. You're thinking about getting married again, but since you didn't get it right the first 2 times, you thought you'd come and ask me this time. So we're here on a Before the Vows. You have given me your compatibility test. So Ms. Hopkins, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this relationship and why you're here to get my opinion?
Yes, ma'am. I first met Joe as his bartender a couple years ago. He frequented the bar with his girlfriend at the time. A few months went by, I didn't see them. They come back. Suddenly she's coming to my bar to women going, "That's my ex-boyfriend. He wants to dance with you." So my coworkers and I got to thinking, what is wrong with them? Are they swingers or something?
What? Yeah, right?
You know? Anyway, I had no interest in him at all. He was always leaving with different women from the bar. I was just, ho, you know?
Yeah, right, yeah.
But on his birthday, I bought him a shot because I was his bartender. And he said, if you weren't for the fact you didn't have a boyfriend, I'd kiss you dead on the lips. And I ignorantly said I didn't have one.
And he kissed you?
No, ma'am, he didn't. No.
He didn't?
No.
You wouldn't let me.
I wouldn't let him.
You came up weak, Mr. Holman. You had an opportunity, a good opening, and nothing.
I didn't know where those lips had been.
I hear you. Mr. Holman, so far, do you believe I've gotten an accurate story with respect to the manner in which you met?
There are 2 sides to every story, but that's pretty accurate.
That's pretty much it? That's pretty much it. So, Ms. Hopkins, how did things progress?
Well, my bar would close on Christmas, so a bunch of us had decided to go to another bar where a friend of mine bartended. And so I invited Joe, since after his birthday, he was always sitting at the bar and talking to me. Well, I got really drunk, and things happened.
Yeah, alcohol can just make you stupid. It really can.
Yes.
I mean, it just can. It's too much, and then the next thing you know, so how stupid did you get?
Well, this episode's brought to you by Rumplemans. I woke up next to him, so...
Now, did that come as a surprise to you, or did you know you were there?
I had gotten to where I was pretty fond of him.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I would not have slept with him that early or so soon.
Mm-hmm. So far, we good?
Yeah, but yes, you would.
My bad. I brought that on myself. Ms. Hopkins, after the drunken union, what happened?
Well, it continued for like a week or maybe 2, and he actually asked me on a date. And I was excited to actually go somewhere with him other than the bedroom.
Right.
So...
Mr. Holman, I take it you're going to co-sign on this entire story all the way along. This is pretty much what occurred, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Hopkins. You're doing a good job.
Well, thank you. But, yeah, I told him, though, my work thought so poorly of him that I didn't want us to have the date there. I wanted us to go somewhere where it could just be us and be free to be us. So that afternoon...
Well, you guys looked pretty free already, but go ahead.
That was behind closed doors. But anyway, we made the plan, and I didn't hear from him all afternoon. So when it got to be late afternoon, I messaged him. He messages me back that he had talked to a girl that's known for sleeping around in our bar, or was my bar. and that she had asked him to come there, and he had said he didn't really feel well, so he doesn't think he was going out for the evening. So seeing as how he'd already been in contact with a hoe and was blowing me off, I just went on and said, well, I'm gonna go somewhere else, you enjoy your evening. So I did go out for drinks, being heartbroken. Well, my DJ got called out, and he's a friend of mine, so he asked me to come to the bar where he was. I get there, and there's Joe with the ex-girlfriend.
Okay. Now, Mr. Holman, I take it you have a different version of this story.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, could you tell it to me, please?
I was there with an ex-girlfriend who was at the time dating another friend of mine who was there with us as well. Thank you.
You're supposed to be on a date with me.
I did start feeling better, and I did end up at the bar with my ex and her boyfriend. Jennifer did come in.
This must be a pretty small town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because you exes and all at the same bar. But go ahead.
And the O's, I
mean,
promise
it sounds like a country song. I heard that, by the way. I kept talking, but I heard you. So keep going, Mr. Holman.
We didn't speak a whole lot after that right away.
Why would I speak to a man who every night after was coming in with other women?
Did you do that, Mr. Holman?
Not every night.
So far, I'm enjoying both of you. So that's always a good start. And I'm probably enjoying you for the reasons you enjoy well, not all of them. Let me take that one.
We haven't discussed that yet.
I'm gonna have to move now. We've gotten the part where we've gotten together. Now I want to know why you have concerns as to whether or not you two can make it the long haul.
The women that he brought in the bar to upset me were very large-breasted. I found a naked picture of a woman on his phone, and he messaged her, I really miss you, and they exchanged phone numbers.
Did that occur, Mr. Holman? Ms. Hopkins, I understand you have a concern because you don't believe that you're his type. Explain that to me.
Well, even though we do have a very healthy sex life, the women that he brought in the bar to upset me were very large-breasted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I found a naked picture of a woman on his phone. She got her money's worth. But a girl posted on his Facebook pictures of them together. And
she is large.
Yep.
There's a theme here, Mr. Holman. Do you care to address it? She believes you like women who are more well-endowed. Is that accurate?
I would say yes. That is pretty accurate. Here we go. It's probably going to hurt me. I love women.
Right. Nothing wrong with it.
Busty ones were my preference, yes.
One thing I have to say, we women are hard on ourselves with our bodies. You know what I mean? There's the perfect body image. There's the perfect body image for him. Do you think maybe you're reading too much into it?
No, ma'am, not when I'm reading messages to one that was big-breasted that he had on his Facebook staring down at her that was published right just a few months ago while we were still seeing, well, deep into, to the point we were talking marriage. And he messaged her, I really miss you. You really could make me smile. And they exchanged phone numbers.
Did that occur, Mr. Holman?
Yes, that incident did occur. If I could put up a defense.
Please do.
We were arguing at the time, and out of pain and hurt, and
anguish.
Vindictiveness as well, perhaps.
You did
posted
do that.
on my Facebook. I should have taken it down. I did not.
Do you guys both spend a lot of time on social media with that business?
I don't.
You do?
No, not so much anymore.
You learned your lesson?
Yeah, I'm some dumb, not plumb dumb.
I gotcha.
He thinks he's allowed to have all of these girlfriends. He posted another one about our arguments, and she wrote back, he needed to get out of that disgusting situation, that she does love him.
Did you do all that, Mr. Holman?
Somebody else told me to get out of the disgusting situation, and it was blown out of proportion. I mean, she is my type.
Yeah.
I love her, and it's
Right,
her.
yeah.
Thank you.
That social media gets like junior high. You know what I
yeah.
mean? You get on there and all of a sudden your maturity level just plummets. And you really got to have a handle on that because it's very easy to get into things that you normally wouldn't do at your age. I'm gonna leave it there. After that, I wanna talk about, you have a serious health condition, very concerning to you, but you don't believe that Mr. Holman is supportive of you, and I want to talk about that. Mr. Holman, you got something you want to say?
If you were the only girl in the world, and I were the only boy.
So, Ms. Hopkins, tell me what's going on with you health-wise and what kind of impact it has on both your life and your relationship with Mr. Holman.
Okay, when he and I first met, it was based on bar life and partying, and my liver has, it's fatty and it's got some other issues, and if I continue drinking, it could be life-threatening. So he and I have basically gone from a party life to a Ozzie and Harriet lifestyle of, you know, dinner at home in the evenings and not going out. And I worry that he will tire of that. And he's not really ever aware of my doctor's appointments. And so when it comes to things that are concerned, that hurt me the most, it seems like it's when he's there the least.
Okay. Mr. Holman, do you care to respond to that allegation? Are you emotionally there for her?
Yes, ma'am, I try to be, but I'm, well.
I try.
Yeah, I try, yes, ma'am.
I try. What does trying look like in that department?
It looks pretty grim. My short-term memory isn't real good, and I do forget things a lot.
It's a chore for you to recall that she's sick? I'm not quite sure what you're saying.
I understand she's sick. I do, and I love her to death, and I want her so much better so we can spend the rest of our lives together. I really do. But
do you support her during the process when she's ill?
Yes, ma'am. I don't go to her appointments sometimes, but that's due to work. I mean, it's not because I just want to go to the bar and drink.
Ms. Hopkins, do you think he's in the game with you?
He does try with me, yes. I mean, like when I'm hurting, he brings me breakfast in bed, or he'll make me dinner of the evenings. I mean, he does. Okay. He does. He's very good to me, or I wouldn't be standing here.
Well, now that sounds. Why do you say he's insensitive in that department?
He's insensitive about when it comes to the fact that if he's upset with me, then it doesn't matter what I'm going through that day. If I get upset, he gets upset too. You know, it's another, like Sunday, he got a message from another woman. Right shortly after, he got excited because he got a friend request from another woman. Yes, they were innocent, but because of all of the other women, I got excited. And he's right, I begin to pout like a child. I do, I don't know what to say. It's like, God, another one, you know? So I have a doctor's appointment. So he, instead of concern, I wake up to a message telling me why. You know.
Why what?
Why all of this always happens. Why we're always fighting is because of this, of that, what I've done here, what I've done there. Instead of, you know, oh, you got a doctor's appointment today. Please let me know.
That should be more important than any petty bickering.
Right.
That is above and beyond. You know, no matter how we're doing on a personal level, I should be there for you when you're sick.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
see what she's saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Does she have a point, or did she misconstrue what was happening?
No, she's pretty much on point.
Okay. Well, this is a before your vows, so what we're trying to do is discern whether or not you guys should jump the broom, as it were, make the big leap, you know, go over the cliff, as some may say. I'm going to talk to you about why you love each other and why you believe this is the person for you, and I'm also going to talk about your compatibility tests, and then we'll make some decisions. So, Ms. Hopkins, we've heard about your concerns, but I want to juxtapose them against the love and the care that you have for one another. So, Ms. Hopkins, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Give me the best profession of love that you could do. Now, profession of love has to be just that. I don't want any buts. I don't want any ifs. I don't want to be, they could do better. I want it to be all positive. Sell me. Go.
I see his effort. I see his effort from the beginning, the way he approached it whenever he did make those major mistakes. He got 2 jobs. He works his butt off, I mean, so that we can have something. And he's all I think about. And I've never felt this way toward another person. I'm very sensitive about if he's hurting, I know. I love him immensely. The way that he feels, whether it's sexual or just laying together, there's a chemistry that's undeniable. I can't live without.
A. She gets an A. Well done. Well done. Mr. Holman, we got pressure over here. You're following a shining star. Profession of love, Mr. Holman. Go.
My professional love to Jennifer?
Yeah.
I love her more than the air I breathe. She's my world. She really is. I have been an ass, I will say that, but I love her because of the way she loves me. She loves me more than any woman could ever love me. And I will love her till the end of time more than I have loved any woman on this planet or that will ever exist. I want her to be my wife. I want you to help her see that in me. I love you. I do.
I got some love curmudgeon in me, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it lay where it is. It just sometimes guys, when they make a profession of love, they just talk about themselves. I love you more than anything. Don't say anything qualities about the woman. They just say, I love you more than anything. I want you more than anything. I love you because of the way you love me, but never a specific quality about the woman. Maybe that's just a gender thing. I don't know. Mr. Homer, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, if you can convince her to marry me, you would make me the happiest man. You should be my wife.
Yes. Mr. Holman.
Please.
I take it. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna take it back. I mean, you got an A+ then some with that one. Mr. Holman, you got one more thing you want to do?
Oh, I can. If you were the only girl in the world, and I were the only boy.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Too much pressure. Listen. This matter is adjourned.
I knew you were the one for me because you're pretty much a male version of me, except for the hoe part.
Okay. I knew she was the one for me because she put up with me being a hoe, I guess. But she is my split part. She's
You're
my
my
reason.
other half.